This morning I am over here coming to what I believe is one of Seoul's most underrated parks in the city. I love it. There are just so many people out here today taking photos and enjoying themselves. But it is a Sunday, so I guess I should have expected a bigger crowd. I just realized I think they're posing running around like an athlete in the Olympics. Oh, right here you have the mascot from the games. It's a tiger with a little traditional Korean hat on. So today I am just here at the site of the 1988 Summer Olympics. This was from September to October, and it was held in Seoul, South Korea. So why were the Olympics so special and important here in South Korea? I mean, these games happen every 4 years, different countries host. They're a lot of fun, and it's great to see the competing with different nations and learning about other countries. But what made this so unique and special? If you look back in history, 1950 to 1953, there was the Korean War that devastated the entire peninsula. I mean, the country, like any war, was just obliterated. I mean, they blew everything up and the infrastructure was destroyed and they had to rebuild everything. That was only 35 years prior to them hosting these games. And that's what's so incredible, is that Korea had one of the most amazing, miraculous economic recoveries in the history of the world. Again, in about 30 years, they transformed a society which had been devastated by that war into one of the greatest nations on earth, one of the richest countries in the world. They actually had a term for this. They called it the miracle on the Han River, because that is the river that runs through Seoul here. So while I'm walking through the park today, keep that historical significance in mind. Also think about this. This was the second games ever held in Asia after Tokyo hosted. And so while I'm here today, they actually have something set up. I'm not sure if it's protest or if it's just something fun for the families and kids. Might be a little bit of both. And it looks like they actually have a race going on here too today. A lot of runners coming through. Here you can see all the flags for all the different countries that competed in these games. So I've already made one mistake here today, and that's not consulting a map of the park, because it is quite large and there are several large complexes to visit within it, as well as a lot of artwork too. But I'm on a kind of tight schedule this morning, so I'm just going to kind of walk around and you can kind of get an idea about what this looks like. But it is quite large. I mean, you could spend all day in this park. If you can see it behind me, actually the tallest building in Korea is right there. That was built not too long ago. I think it's called the Lotte World Tower, something like that. So the first thing I'm coming up on is behind those flags, there is this wall that's got some sculptures on it. And this promenade that goes around this lake here. It's really nice, actually. And it's quite big, so you can walk around this lake. Yeah, it's really pretty here. They've got some water features. And again, the thing that's really great about this park is that you have so much space and it's not crowded at all. I should really come back here and do one of my walking videos, and maybe I will if I have time. I don't know if I do this trip because my time again is limited, but I'll definitely come back and do that at some point in the future. I could just stay here all day and just relax. This is like a running track here, and this is where I've seen all these people coming from. And if you look over in the grass, it's almost like a sculpture garden. Some massive pieces of art over here. This is probably one of the most famous sculpture pieces in Seoul. Well, this is kind of cool. They have these artificial looking hills built up into the park. I'm thinking I'm going to get a pretty good view actually once I get to the top here. Get a little bit of a workout in. Oh, I was right. That's a nice view. Honestly, I'm already starting to regret coming over here because I don't really have enough time probably to finish filming the entire area, but I'll just have to come back again. So this over here looks like some kind of flower field, but they just haven't come out yet. Maybe something that's gonna bloom when it gets a little bit warmer. I see a park map and I'm definitely gonna go and consult really quick because I'm totally lost, enjoying it all. Not a clue where I am. Okay, and there's a map. And as you can see, there are quite a few facilities all kind of around this green space. And I actually came in, I came in right here. And so, and I'm probably somewhere, oh, I'm right here. So it took me quite a while to walk that. And then I'll finally start seeing some of these after I get through this park here. Some of these complexes. So I think I'm gonna head this way around and I should start seeing them. A big part of why I'm doing this video is because I don't see a lot of information on it. I don't see a lot of people coming to Seoul to actually visit the area. Even though, as you can see, it's just incredible. It's mostly just local Koreans coming out here. I have seen a few other foreigners, but again, it doesn't seem to be on anybody's bucket list. And I kind of understand that because if you only got a certain amount of time to visit, there are a lot of shopping districts in Seoul that people like. There's a lot of party areas. But if nature is your thing, if you like the tranquility, if you like something more local, this is where you want to be. And it really feels like, you know, you're just part of the community in Seoul when you come here. Coming up on a few more things here, I see a massive sculpture up there, and I think there's going to be a few more of these venues. All right, finally came up to a stadium here. And it looks like you can't actually go inside because they've gated it and locked it. Something that I find truly fascinating when I come over here as well is how tiny these stadiums are compared to the, you know, more recent Olympics. I mean, they just build them so big. But if you go to older Olympic venues in places that did it a long time ago, like decades, you will see that the stadiums are not that big. They weren't built for hundreds of thousands of people. But that is very interesting to me, how small these are. When I first visited this area, oh, I don't know, probably 15 years ago, I actually could walk right into the stadiums because they have the doors open. But everything seems kind of locked, which I understand, it's a security thing. But it was really cool to actually be able to walk into these buildings, you know, back in the day. Now I just feel old. But we'll see. I'm going to try to open the door here and see what happens. Okay, nope, they are all locked. That's too bad. Well, there's maybe one or two more stadiums to check out really quick. but I have a feeling they're all going to be locked today. Well, no luck getting into any of the venues today. I'm sure they do open them up certain times of the year, especially since they use them for events now. They're not just kept empty, which is a good thing because they should keep them going. Otherwise, it was just a lot of construction for no reason. And that's what most of these Olympic cities have done, where they've had them. They try to turn the space into an area where people can continue to enjoy everything that they built, because it does cost a lot to host an Olympic event. Just going back again to the cultural and historical significance of these games in '88, people talk about Hallyu and the Korean wave and the popularization of the culture here, the TV, the music, the movies, the actors, celebrities, all that stuff, even the beauty care products, the plastic surgery. But truthfully, this was the opening up of Korea to the world and showing it how powerful it was, that they had thrived and succeeded after a horrible war that decimated the country. I don't know what this massive thing is, but I love it already. I'm pretty sure it's another one of the mascots as a big blow up. This is fantastic, especially if you're looking for a photograph. That's all people are doing here. And it's so cute. Look at that guy. I've just come up to the other main entrance here. There are actually several, so there are even 2 or 3 subway stops that will get you here. So it's not that hard to come to the Olympic Park here. That over there across the street, I believe, is the Olympic Village, where the athletes were held during the games, or where they stayed during the games rather. And I can't say enough great things. I only had an hour and a half to walk around this park. I definitely didn't get to see it all. I could have easily stayed here 3 to 5 hours and enjoyed the entire day. There are lots of cafes, restaurants. You don't really have to leave once you get here. And with the art and history all around you, it's the perfect spot to visit while you're in Seoul, Korea. Anyway, on to the next spot that I want to visit, but thanks again for joining me today on this little video here in Seoul. Stay safe, healthy, and happy, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now. Thanks for joining me today. Life's a journey meant to be shared. Remember to always travel with an open heart and an open mind. Enjoy the ride and keep your eyes on the horizon for the next adventure. I'll see you out there.